Rock Hill Towers.
This is one of a dozen sites being set up across the island where citizens are signing up to participate in the experiment. They are also being psychologically evaluated here to determine their mental status before they purge, and they will be evaluated again after the experiment if they survive to see how they were affected by the night that is being described as a societal catharsis.
I love Halloween because it is an opportunity for people who aren't normally artists to experience what it is to be an artist.
From the traditional to the unconventional, the creepy to the creative, the costumes, puppets, and floats at the 49th Annual Village Parade are elaborate. How much, time?
6 hours. I started at 11 o'clock.
So why do they do it? The planning, the prep, walking the 1.4-mile parade.
You forget who you are, you forget about time, and you enter into a different sphere of being.
Two for Evil Dead, please. That'll be $2.
Why are you wearing that stupid bunny suit?
A number of years ago, I was in a little town, Darjeeling, on the northern boundary of India, where it met Tibet. And there were several visitors from various countries, and the hotel management decided it would be appropriate to give a little entertainment in the Tibetan spirit. So they brought in about a half a dozen Tibetan dancers with their masks and regalia to entertain. And among them was a little boy about 8 years old, a very cute, chubby little rascal, and everyone liked immediately. But when the time for the dance came, he put on one of the most grotesque masks you'd ever want to see. He really it looked like a nightmare. And of course everyone knew it was the little boy. But during the dance he started and moved over very rapidly towards the audiences, always getting ready to attack them. And you should have seen the audience scatter. They all knew it was a little boy, but with the mask something happened. And a real spirit of ancient and primary fear moved in on those people. They actually, subconsciously, were terrified. On another occasion, I remember in the Japanese no drama, where the principal actors are masked. Many of the themes are highly sacred, and in the various performances, the actors are nearly always concealed behind these wood-carved masks that are well painted and decorated, but of course have no expression except that of the original carving. But under a careful handling of lights, particularly by the postures of the head in relationship to the source of light, these faces seem to change. And in moments of joy, the face really seemed to smile. And in sorrow, the face looked very tragic. And yet it was done with a wooden mask, but everyone felt it. The skill with which the mask was handled was the principal factor. In the southwest of the United States, we have a series of ritualistic dances by the various Indian tribes, the Zunis, Hopis, Navajo. These dances often include masked figures And everyone knows that these masked figures are members of the local community. One of the men with a mask, very carefully developed, rather crude mask concealment, actually has two children in the audience. They all know that it's Father, but when he dances toward them with a sacred pollen, they kneel instinctively as though he was a god. Something happens when the masks begin to take a part in religious ritual. Masks were used in Egypt, we know, in the temple mysteries. And even today, the various carvings and manuscripts of Egyptian origin show human beings with the masks of birds and animals. The Greeks used masks in their theater also. Nearly always a mask becomes a complete change of personality. If accompanied by adequate religious ritual, the mask becomes a secret of the development of a peculiar theological belief that there was a divine power in the mask. And when it was worn correctly and under ritual supervision, it brought a deity into contact with humanity. Well, in the course of time, the mask cults have gradually faded, but in many primitive countries they still survive. Then came another step forward in the study of human psychology. It is almost impossible for the average person to understand a completely abstract principle. It is very hard to visualize something that has no form, or to visualize an energy which is completely unembodied. From very early times, it became apparently necessary to present nearly all of the important truths of life symbolically.
It was as though this plan had been with him all his life, pondered through the seasons, now in his 15th year, crystallized with the pain of puberty.
So, why'd you move here?
My mom had to get a restraining order against my stepdad. He has emotional problems.
Oh, I have those too. What kind of emotional problems does your dad have? I met a new friend.
Real or imaginary?
You're a cop, Tony.
Imaginary.
I'm going to tell you a little story today about a young man whose life was completely destroyed by these instruments of fear.
I've been seeing stuff.
Donnie is experiencing what is commonly called a daylight hallucination.
I have to obey him. He saved my life.
Have you ever seen a portal?
Has he ever told you about his friend Frank, the giant bunny rabbit?
The what?
Like every living thing follows along a set path. And if you could see your path or channel, then you could see into the future, right?
I'm not going to be able to continue this conversation.
Don't worry. You got away with it.
What is going to happen?
I only have a few days left before they catch me. We're just gonna stop.
You know, we're building right behind us, we're building a ballroom. They've wanted a ballroom for 150 years, and I'm giving that honor to this wonderful place. I think we should do it. This was the ballroom, and this room holds 88 people, and the new one will hold 999 people, which is a difference. I say 999 because I didn't want to crack 1,000. I didn't want people to get concerned.
So Steve Jobs went in to sell him some of our little boards that we built for $20. He said, no. People want to come in. They want to buy it pre-built. They want to buy the thing ready to go. it cost us $250 to build maybe, we'd sell it for $500. And then the retail price was $666.66 because I, as a mathematician, like repeating digits. And that was what it should be.
We'll have the most beautiful ballroom in the country. It's going on. And for those that are interested, we got to get back to baseball, but you see the gold drapes? That's a knockout panel. We knock it in, you go, that comes out, and then you have essentially glass and exactly in the decor of the White House. I didn't know I'd be standing here right now because right on the other side, you have a lot of construction going on, which you might hear periodically. But that's a knockout panel, and that goes right into the ballroom, and the ballroom's going to be beautiful. So you'll have drinks, cocktails, everything on this floor, and then they'll say, welcome to dinner. You walk into the ballroom, Mr. Senators, and you're going to see a ballroom the likes of which I don't think it'll be topped. It'll be the finest. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love this one.
I have one thing to say.
Sick. Do you mind putting your mask back on? Do you mind putting your mask back on?
I love this one.
I have one thing to say.
Sick. But like sick in a good way.
Mask. It's sick.
I'm sick.
It's sick.
Obsessed.
Brandon said it, but you must be hot.
I'm feeling so satisfied.
But like sick in a good way.
Hi, COVID.
Hello.
I loved COVID's look. Thank you. Do you mind putting your mask back on?
Notice COVID's detail, this 3D applique.
I mean, it just gets better. You should probably take the mask off.
Yeah.
Can you breathe in there?
A little bit. A little better like
It's a good look, but we want to keep you alive.
At the same time, his old existence and way of life dies. The initiate transcending it is gradually being processed, reprogrammed, and incorporated into his or her new environment.
Because this is going to be transformative. It is going to be transformative on a personal basis, on a social basis, on a systems basis. We're never going to be the same again.
Reformed, reconstituted, and rebirthed into the new world that awaits at the end of the tunnel.
As a society, beyond just this immediate situation, we should start looking forward to understand how this experience is going to change us, or how it should change us.
Those long lines streaming into polling places around the country look like something you'd expect on the first Tuesday in November. But these images were captured on Mondays and Wednesdays and weekends in October, even September. They are portraits of an election that cannot be confined by a day or week or month.
I would walk through glass and hot charcoal in bare feet to make this election.
This year, many simply could not wait for Election Day, though they could wait in line.
We are willing to wait any length of time, yes.
After months trapped in your home, what's a few hours standing among fellow voters?
We'll wait in 30-degree weather for an hour and a half if we have to.
In return for that wait, some were rewarded with free entertainment. A few even got treats hand-delivered by celebrities like Paul Rudd and Mariska Hargitay.
Who says voting's not fun?
And everyone was given that precious sticker worn as a badge of honor. In Rochester, New York, those stickers adorned the grave of Susan B. Anthony, who was arrested for casting her ballot back in 1872.
People like Susan B. Anthony fought for our rights to do this, so don't throw that right away.
The Addams Family.
Abe Lincoln begged him for his support, but there's the man who got it. Stephen Douglas.
Darling, with all this natural political talent, shouldn't you be running for public office?
No, we Adamses prefer to think of ourselves as kingmakers. The man I've decided to throw my support to, in every way, is Leonard G. Quimby.
Howdy, neighbor.
How do you do?
Well, I see you picked your man.
Yes, I have.
Even heard you made a substantial contribution to his campaign.
It's only money.
Good. George Bass is my name.
Adams here.
Is all this yours?
Well, we go back to the cemetery.
We all do. Sometime. It's nice to see citizens taking an interest in the election, even if they have backed the wrong man.
Quimby? Why, he's our insurance man. Got us off the hook when my son Pugsley accidentally blew up the garage. But that's neither here nor there.
You're right. My man promises to modernize the city. Put in more street lights. Drain the swamps.
Drain the swamps?
Drain the swamp. And that's what we're doing. Now, when I said it, it sounded very easy, and it was going to happen real fast. I didn't know the swamp was this dirty and this deep. I didn't know about the swamp creatures being as bad as they are. They're bad. But nobody can believe what we've been able to do, and I don't really believe anybody else could have done it. Drain the swamp. We're not finished yet, but we're getting really close. Give us 4 more years, go out and vote. The most important election of a lifetime, maybe the most important election ever in our country. Go out and vote. Thank you very much. Go to the voting booth and vote early and in person. Don't let them take your vote away. The most important election we've ever had. Thank you.
That and more.
Well, maybe I have been a little hasty. Do you have a picture of your man?
Do I have a picture of mine? There he is, the voice of progress.
That's Sam L. Hilliard. Well, he's an old friend. I hope the L stands for Lucifer.
It does.
Good. He's a fine man. The last time he was around here, he went away with the Sheiks. I wonder why.
Overwork. And you'll vote for him?
We'll do better than that. We'll go out and campaign for him.
Wonderful! Wait till I tell Mr. Hilliard. Here. Welcome, fellow campaigners.
Lucifer, what is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh,
Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
what
you're
about those
confirming
hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, we did not do these good deeds in your name? And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity, I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
That's hard to believe.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that? Actually,
no, I really am.
You are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay, tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
Well, he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, because I've just been too busy. I've been working.
Working?
Working to help people.
What kind of work? Okay.
Get out of here.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light.
This is the final phase of the ritual, integration.
And everyone wants to know, is this the new reality? Too early to say that we're looking at something closer to a reformation. We're waking up to the new normal. When do we get back to normal? I don't think we get back to normal. This is an extraordinary time where we have to accept a new normal. Society will undergo a radical transformation. And if you're feeling alone, just remember, we are alone together.
Over these past few weeks, we've repeatedly asked, why?
I think that voting is important.
Why vote early?
Because this is the most important vote of my life.
Why wait in long lines?
Because there was a time when black people couldn't vote. They fought to give me the right to vote, so that's why I'm voting.
Speaking with voters, we heard a constant theme.
I just wanted to make sure it was counted.
And I just wanted to make sure my vote get cast.
In a year when so much seems beyond our control, voters could mask up and line up or mail in their ballots. The pandemic couldn't even keep away poll workers, a role often filled by people over the age of 60, a high-risk COVID group.
I don't want my grandparents out there working the polls.
So in their place, thousands and thousands of young people stepped up. Many of those youngsters are also voting for the first time.
If I'm not showing my effort, then I can't complain.
Well, in Detroit, great-great-grandmother Talou Massey cast her absentee ballot at the age of 103. Definitely not her first time.
I can remember voting for Roosevelt in 1940. I've done my voting in September, absentee ballot.
8 decades later, it's a civic duty that remains as important as ever.
It's your responsibility to cut the grass, to keep your neighborhood clean. It's your responsibility as a citizen to get out here and vote.
And as a new normal descends, it can feel so solitary, and yet we're all alone together.
It's why in America our votes don't seem like fading stars hidden in a far-off galaxy. Each one feels as vital as the sun.
That my vote matters, and I'm here to make my voice be known.
Voices resounding loudly not just on this one day, but throughout this entire election season. For Today, Joe Fryer, NBC News.
Former WWE wrestler and Mississippi native Kamala has died after a brief battle with COVID-19. The wrestler was born as James Harris and also known as the Ugandan Giant. Harris was born in Senatobia and spent time in Coldwater, launching his career in the 1970s, going through the South before becoming a WWE and WCW superstar. We spoke to former wrestler and promoter Wally Dude, who described what Kamala was like and how good of a person he was.
He came from nothing. He had a hard life. He got in trouble, but he found wrestling. And he turned his life around. He loved children. He'd run out to the ring and scare them all. But when he'd go out back, he'd hug them. He'd smile at them. And he was just a fine human being. He's the true American dream.
And Harris died at the age of 70.
I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
Questions about the president's age often go hand in hand with questions about how you would step into the role, if necessary. Do you feel prepared for that possibility? And serving as vice president prepared you for that job?
Yes.
And how would you describe that process?
Which process?
Like as far as being ready for that.
Well, first of all, I'm answering your hypothetical, but Joe Biden's going to be fine, so that is not going to come to fruition. But let us also understand that every vice president understands that when they take the oath, that they must be very clear about the responsibility they may have to take over the job of being president. I am no different.
Woo! Oh, be quiet. Why are you guys so anti-dictators? Imagine if America was a dictatorship. You could let 1% of the people have all the nation's wealth. You could help your rich friends get richer by cutting their taxes and bailing them out when they gamble and lose. You could ignore the needs of the poor for healthcare and education. Your media would appear free, but would secretly be controlled by one person and his family. You could wiretap phones. You could torture foreign prisoners. You could have rigged elections. You could lie about why you go to war. You could fill your prisons with one particular racial group, and no one would complain. You could use the media to scare the people into supporting policies that are against their interests. I know this is hard for you Americans to imagine, but please try.
I'm going to vote blue.
Vote for who you want.
This is a free dictatorship.
What is the profession?
Yeah, which profession are we talking about?
Just look at it. Is it a legal profession? Of course it's legal. It's a legal my profession. I'm trying to read it. Okay.
It's too many diamonds.
Yeah, that's too bright. That's too bright.
Go anyway. Oh, Mason, are you a Mason?
Of course I am.
Okay. That's a secret ceremony.
Well, you might as well put your pinky out when you drink your drink.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion,
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 bong. That's all, folks.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Makes me